Wagging is the purposeful and unlawful cutting of class. It is practiced in both secondary schools and primary schools. But what drives students to commit this vile act? This question takes us back to the 80s.
How could I possibly be expected to handle school on a day like this?
Wagging became popular in the 1980s with the movie Ferris Bueller's Day Off, which depicted wagging as a fun-filled adventure without consequences. Now in the 2000s, wagging is bigger than ever, with 5% of student population unexplainably absent on any given day.
I attempted to catch up with a wag at a local shopping centre. Can I get an interview? What? Can I get an interview? Dude, just look to the right. Oh, yeah. Hey, get back here! What are you doing? You know you're in there. Get out of there, we know you're in there. Come on, you pathetic wagging student schoolboy.
As I spoke to this pathetic, pitiful joke of a man, it struck me that his lack of attendance has resulted in his inability to communicate in a civilized, grammatical fashion.
Is this your wagging destination?
No, I don't wag at all.
Are you sure about that? Because pretty sure you saw us and you just went running.
Well, I felt like I had to go home because I like home.
In the dumpster. You're shaking there a little bit. You seem a bit nervous, like you've done something.
Don't dob on me. Don't tell the principal. I just can't take it.
I was confused. Why would someone go to these lengths to avoid being caught? I went straight to Mr. Brennan to find out. So how many times a day do you deal with waggers, Mr. Brennan?
At the Gap High School, 0. 0 times a day. No, I've got to be truthful. We get the odd truant here at the Gap High, and so on average maybe 1 to 2 a day.
That you know of?
That we know of, that is correct. But however, you must remember that we do have ID Attend in action these days, and ID Attend has been a secret weapon in combating truancy here at the Gap High.
So is there any specific group of people who are commonly wagging?
Look, I've said this before and I'll say it again. The bull rats aren't the only students who truant or wag from classes and from school at the Gap State High School. So, admittedly, on occasions they may do, but there are other students, other groups of students who do truant.
But the bull rats keep the seats warm?
I am not at liberty to say.
So what kind of punishments do you give out to people that are caught wagging, Mr. Brennan?
There are a number of consequences that we impose here at the Gap High for students who do truant. First of all, and the one that works the most with those students who do it on the odd occasion, is contacting parents. We also do some afternoon detentions. We also withdraw privileges from students, for example, morning tea and lunchtime detentions. That's a great way to get the students to think twice about skipping out.
As Mr. Brennan dragged on, I decided to go see Mr. Pollock, though his responses were limited.
I hate waggers!
Mr. Brennan raised some very good points, and it has become clear why waggers fear being caught. So I decided to get some assorted feedback from various students and teachers. So did you catch many waggers at the Gap State High?
Waggers? Look, I don't think truancy is a problem at the Gap State High School at all. You know, if there were waggers, if there were people truanting, then I think I would know and I would be the first to catch them, and I just don't think it's an issue here. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that.
What's your thoughts about wagging?
Well, to be honest, I can't really imagine what school would be like without it. I mean, it's more like, instead of wagging some of the time, I tend to come to school some of the time. I prefer to think of myself as permanently employed in, nothing.
Well, about the people, I think they're slackers that obviously don't enjoy school, but I don't think it's very good.
So, Gabriel, second year round, what's Wagging like? Do you see much of it around school?
I have actually caught some waggers that I called out to and then they disappeared over the horizon.
So what is it that draws people to Wagging school? For some people, it's just to get out of class. For others, it's just to go get something to eat. And for some, oh for some, it's to be with that special friend. Over the years, many wagging attempts have gone terribly wrong. Let's explore a case. 2 Year 12s one day decided to wag school for a day in the city. All was going well until a school excursion got on the bus. As long as they kept their heads down and they kept quiet, they would be okay. Finally, they made it to the city and narrowly escaped. They had done it. Time for an exciting day in the city.
People party, people happy, people jamming on the party session. Oh Lord. Sing hallelujah, sing it, sing hallelujah, sing it, yeah, sing hallelujah, sing hallelujah, sing it, sing hallelujah, sing it, yeah, sing hallelujah.
After a fun day, it was time to go home. But to their horror, the excursion was on the bus on the way home. They were sprung.
It has become clear that the schools and authorities take measures to counteract wagging. But wagging can never be completely stopped. It is up to the student to take responsibility for themselves. And to all the waggers out there, is it really worth it? I'm Nathan Craner, and it's been a pleasure.
There are a number of punishments that we impose here at the Gap State High School to encourage students not to attend.